everybody. I'm sorry. Welcome to Kenspiration Kitchen. Chef Ken L. Polk. Don't forget the L, don't be a loser, where we are thankful, grateful, and blessed. I'm so ecstatic. I'm beyond ecstatic. I woke up this morning facing the rising sun, and there were 3 little birds on my doorstep singing sweet sounds, and they said, cook me, cook me, cook me. And so today we're going to be playing with some chicken. But I'm excited to have some in-studio guests, and we're going to have some fun. And so it's the chicken episode, well, at least one of them, it's the first one. And we're going to figure out how to cut up and cook some chicken. Now, how many ways I get done, I have no idea, but I'm gonna aim for the stars, right? And I'm also gonna have one of my studio guests come up, and she's gonna get her hands dirty. And we're gonna try to see if we're gonna coach her in cutting up a chicken. All right, and then we're gonna take that chicken and we're gonna cook them multiple ways. So we're gonna have some wings that we're going to fry. We're gonna have some thighs that we're going to smother, because my parents are from down south, so that's what you get. Smothered chicken. And then we're gonna fry the rest of it. I think I'm gonna make some, I said smothered potatoes. I got potatoes, I got tomatoes. The tomatoes are green. So what do you think is gonna happen with them? There we go. Yes. And because of all of this frying stuff, I kind of need some roughage, so I'm going to make a slaw. I'm going to make a slaw with this. I'm sorry, it's a red cabbage, in case you didn't know, because we've talked before about eating your colors, right? And so I have some gold potatoes and some regular potatoes. And I know I said I wasn't going to make any appetizers, but I feel like making some really, really cute little potato chips for y'all to snack on. Is that fair? Yeah. All right, all right, all right. All right, and so that's what we're doing. That's what we're going. So let's get to it. By all means, it's interactive. So please chime in, ask questions. Maybe I can get them answered. I'm pretty sure they have questions, and we're going to talk about all things frying and all things chicken. Fair? Cool and groovy? Are we with it? Y'all with me? Yes. Woo! So let's introduce our guests. We have Dr. Keisha Kidan. Hey! Yes, we have the one and only Myology. Mya Seals is in the house, who I'm very, very excited about. We have one and only, and we have Mercedes the one. Hey, hey. Yeah, visiting all the way from down the street. So let's get cracking. As always, we start off with whatever's going to take the longest, right? And because we're doing various things with chicken, we need to go ahead and get to the chicken, right? Because some of our chicken is going to get partly brined, so that's where we're going to get cracking, shall we? Let's do it. I got gloves for you, and I got gloves for me. Come on over. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Gloves, gloves. Gloves for you. Now, so there are lots of different ways to cut up a chicken. Some people say 8-piece. So I'm gonna show you how to get these. Show you how to get these wings off. All right, all right, all right. And I need a bowl.
Says peace and blessings to my doctor friends and sorority. Hey!
What up, though? Yes. All right, all right, all right. So, first thing you need to know about chicken is it's segmented.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna put one over here. That's your knife, and I'm gonna take this out. Pretty easy. Part was easy.
Nothing in the cavity here?
I hope not. Let's see.
Nope.
Inspect the cavity. All right. And to answer your question, I'm going to also use this one. This is a boning knife.
Thank you.
Right? This one is.
We want to know what are the best knives.
Oh, the best knives.
Yeah.
This isn't one of the best knives. It's just a Dexter Russell knife. It's just a utilitarian knife. You know, it's the ugly white handle.
Okay.
This is a kitchen knife. But I do have some really, really, really cool knives. We'll talk about them in a second.
Bring them out.
All right, all right, all right. All right. So first thing we're going to do, get familiar with your chicken. All right? Flip them over. All right, so you notice if you put your hands down in there, you're gonna feel cartilage,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So what we're basically gonna do is we're gonna go under the armpit and we're gonna take those wings off.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do then. All right, and then we're gonna take the legs off. Well, when I grew up, did y'all have chicken backs when your parents they had chicken backs?
No.
So one way that I do it, I take the whole spine out. I take that all the way out. Oh, the face she just made. The face she just made says, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to show you how to get around that.
Okay.
Right? She said, okay. So we're going to do it that way. So we're going to end up with basically a chicken back.
Okay.
All right? But I'm going to go ahead and split it all the way down and then take that out. So first things first, you're going to basically magnetize the knife. You're going to go right smack dab in.
About right there?
Right smack dab in. And then you're going to cut. Hey, oh. You put that right there. Yeah. That was fun. Do it again. And another one.
Wait. See, I'm
So,
doing
all
that
right,
wrong.
now you fine. Turn it around.
Right.
Do the same thing.
Right. See, don't make that mistake, kids. Turn the knife away from you.
Boom.
There you go.
So easy.
Yeah, well. So all you gotta do is follow the guides. All right, he's fine. All you gotta do is follow the guides. Now, the same thing occurs kind of like right here. All right, if you put your fingers right here, you can feel where the knee, where kind of like the, what we call like the knee,
Yep.
and you can feel where it's attached to the thigh.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So you can make it. We can go ahead and separate it all right now. So what's going to happen now is this.
Wait. So we're not
Slow
doing
down.
the leg?
We're going to take the leg and the thigh off at the same
Okay.
time.
So turn it on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So what's going to happen is I'm going to magnetize the knife, boom, like so.
What does that mean? Why do you keep saying that?
So what's going to happen is you're going to take the knife, you're going to stick it to the.
Does it have to make a sound?
It doesn't have to make a sound.
Okay.
We're just doing that for dramatics.
Okay.
We're just doing that for dramatic.
Okay.
All right. So what we're going to do now is follow me. So you see this little nodule right there? Do you feel it?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to cut around that nodule. I'm going to do it first.
Okay.
And you're going to do it like me. So then what's going to happen is this. I'm going to go right there. See how it's kind of separated? Now I can kind of see. I can see my way through. And so what's going to happen is this now. It's going to feel gross. All right? It's going to feel gross. But what you're going to do is you're going to take it, you're going to pop it out of socket.
You just did it though.
Well, you're going to do the other one.
Wait, so do I keep?
You're going to keep going.
I'm hitting something that's not letting me.
Yep, I'm going to show you. All right, what you basically hit. Yep, keep it on the side. So what you get, whoop. So you're basically going to follow this down. Follow the yellow brick road.
Let's try. I'm hitting that whatever that bone.
There we go.
No.
Yep, and right there.
Oh, okay.
It's the angles. It's the angles, people. All right, so now we have the thigh off. We have that off. We're going to put that right there. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Boop.
Wait, how are you? Wait, let
So,
me position this correctly.
Yep, that like that. So you're basically going to go. Guess what?
What?
She's cutting chicken.
Just like that.
And just like that, she's cutting chicken.
Thank you.
And all we're left with right now is the breast. That's that. So now we're left with the breast. Now, this is where
the spine part.
that is the spine part. This is the spine part. This is the chicken back right here, right?
Right here.
Right here. And over here is the breast.
Okay.
All right, so we can do it one of two ways. We can take it off the bone, or let's leave the bone in, shall we?
Okay, let's
All right.
do that.
So I'm actually need your knife to do this one. All right. In order to get fried chicken, we must make the chicken's gotta hurt, but it's dead already. All right. So what's gonna happen is this. You ready?
We just gonna buy it already cut up.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
So here's
Don't do this.
all right, here's
Don't-
another.
Don't do this part.
Here's another part. Here's another way you can do it. You ready?
Yeah.
Another way you can do it is follow down the H bone. It's called AICH. It's basically the middle, straight down the middle. The other one was better, right?
That was great.
And now we're done. So you going to vegan?
Yeah, I'm done.
Y'all heard what she said, right? I got some vegetables just for you.
That's traumatic. Oh,
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's all right. So now we have, these are excellent for stock. Chicken stock. All right, your part. All right, oh, we got one more thing to do. One more thing to do. Now we got to separate these. All right? Guess where the knife is going?
Right.
in there.
Right in there. Get in there. Yeah, yeah. I saw it. I got you. She said, she's like, I'm out.
I need to readjust my hair.
Oh, okay.
That's what had happened.
That's what had happened.
Yeah.
So that's fine. So I'll go ahead and cut this one.
Yeah.
Can y'all give her a hand?
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes.
You
Yeah.
got my back out. This is what you need.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. So in order to cut this, right now it's in a lead quarter.
Right.
Right. In order to get it from a lead quarter, I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna go right in the fold. If you don't know where it is, just fold it up like a little package. Right? And so the objective is to go in between the cartilage, not the bone. Right? If you're cutting cartilage, you're happy. If you're cutting bone, you're not cutting bone. This knife, it's a boning knife. It's just meant to go around the bones, but it's not going to go through them. If you want to go through a bone, we got to get a whole nother one. A whole nother kind of knife, like a cleaver or something. Are you ready? Oh, she's going to do it.
Yeah.
All right.
I wasn't giving up.
Oh, she's like, I'm not a quitter.
No,
I'm not a
I
quitter.
just needed to regroup.
I understand. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's go ahead and,
What's next?
you want to go ahead and get right in there?
Oh, we're still cutting. Oh, you left that for me.
I left that for you.
Thank you.
You said you wanted in. I want you in.
So kind.
I'm going to move this out the way.
All right. So I can fold that up.
Fold that up. Stick the knife right in the middle. And cut down.
Got it.
There it is.
Yeah. Coach Ken.
To the rescue. Did we do this one already? Okay, you got one more. You got one more. You got one more. I promise that's the last one. I'm going to move this out the way so you don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, thank you.
And there it is.
All right.
And so here's a trick. If you are stuck, you go have a seat now. Give her a hand. Give her another hand.
I can take my gloves
You can take those
off.
gloves off for now. You can take those gloves off for now. We're going to handle it from here until it's time to put your chicken in the frying pan. You can drop your glove right here. All right. That wasn't so bad, was it?
No, it's good.
Okay, all right. Now we got all the chicken. What are we going to do with it? All right, so different different chicken parts lend themselves to different cooking methods, right? So we're going to do some frying. We're going to do different kinds of frying. Fair? Fair. All right, so I can tell you from jump, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking these little wingets off, right? Take these little things off, and then I'm going to separate the wings because these are really, really good for buffalo wings and hot wings and all of that good stuff. And nobody really eats this segment, but it's really, really, okay, she eats it. Okay.
I was going to ask you, are you going to spread those up and serve those with the potato chips for appetizers? 'Cause
Yes.
people eat wingtips.
Yeah, people eat wingtips. Okay, fine. We're going to have some wings then. So all things frying. We're going to get our big pieces brining. And there is a difference. I got to count them.
Chef Ken, I have a question. What is
One,
the difference
two.
in brining and marinating?
All right. So brining is going to be a lot of salt, not necessarily acid. So what that's going to do is salt, spices, water, sometimes vinegar. In most cases, we use buttermilk.
To brine?
To brine. In the South, we use buttermilk. Some people use pickle juice. Some people use pickle juice and buttermilk.
Now, who are
Some
the people that use pickle juice?
People.
Famous
Famous chicken places. I have to consult with Jordan to figure out which chicken places do it. But I have seen people use pickle juice.
Is that a Nashville hot type thing?
I'm not from Nashville.
Sorry.
I don't know. I do not know the secret to Nashville hot chicken. I never even really got the whole fascination with it, but that's just Ken. I'm sorry. It's not just me? Okay, move right along. It's okay.
I love you.
All right, but I am definitely going to get all of my wings. I'm gonna get all my legs, all my children. Get those, and we're gonna get those with some buttermilk. Get them started now. Buttermilk and salt, that goes there. All right, and for our wings, let's go with some whiskey.
What
Here's
kind
why.
of whiskey are you
Uncle
using?
Nearest! All right, so I'm explaining to you why I'm using a whiskey. There's a scientific reason for it. Because I want the texture of these wings. Now, I could use anything that's high proof. All right, because what I don't want to do is develop a lot of gluten. What is gluten? What is gluten, chef? Gluten is what happens when I mix flour and water. So in goes my salt. I'm gonna start my little brining process, for lack of better words. In goes my pepper.
Now, just to be clear, what you put the Uncle Nearest on, that's what we're frying?
We're frying it all.
Okay.
Everything. Fry it all. I'm sorry, I'm loud. I just got excited for no reason. Yeah, don't trip. Don't start on that, won't be none. And I believe I might have a special ingredient that I might add to these chicken wings that's gonna make them nice and spicy. Is that correct? How do we know? You got it? Yay! And Fee is actually here. Watch out for the camera. And so we have some spices from where?
Santiago, Chile.
From Chile. So we have some Chilean spices. All right. So we got that going. In goes that.
Wait, Chef Ken, I don't think you
Onion.
finished the explanation of the difference between brining and
All right.
marinating.
So you don't want to marinate anything you're about to fry.
Okay.
Marinade includes oil acid. All right. Marinade does not go into the muscle fiber, whereas brining does. Brining is going to give you a juicier finish, and usually brining takes anywhere from a quick brine 30 minutes, a really, really good brine 12 hours to 24 hours, right? 12 hours to 24 hours.
Chicken to sit in a brine for 24 hours?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You basically put it in the acid.
We have a YouTube question. Mina says, Chef,
What up?
what are some tips for ingredients? Like, how do you know what's right for the meal
How do you know what's right for the meal?
as far as ingredients?
How do you feel determines the meal. Whatever you feel like is what determines the meal. But if you want some type of gauge, I would definitely say eat textures. Switch your textures up. All right. And so the reason why I put the liquor on this one is because I want it to be nice and flaky, right? So it'll be nice and crispy and flaky, and I'm gonna sit this over here so that it can.
How long we letting it sit?
That is going to sit for. We only have a lot of time. I'm gonna let them sit for about 10, 15.
And you said you can use anything that's high proof, so you could have used tequila.
I could have used tequila. I could have used vodka. I could have used that. I could have used vodka. So what that's going to do is going to inhibit the gluten formation. Yeah, it's going to stop gluten from forming, right? You need some more cayenne. That's what you need. I heard you. And a lot of salt.
And you're not seasoning the chicken right now.
I am. I'm seasoning the chicken right now. Chicken is getting seasoned. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the breast. Excusez-moi. This goes right here.
So what are you using for people that just stick to Lowry's? Like,
Ah.
what do you
I'm so glad you asked. So Lawry's is a seasoning salt.
Right.
But I like to make my own seasoning blends, which is I'm going to make one and give it to you all. And so Lawry's is going to be salt. Well, not Lawry's, but seasoning salt.
Sorry, Lowry's.
All right, sorry, Larry. Lawrence here, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own because I can determine my mixture. If I want it more spicy, I can add more cayenne, or I can add some other types of peppers to it, right? If I want it more garlicky or earthy, I can add more onion to it. And so that is the point of making my own spice mix. But for people who are used to Lawry's, I dare you try to make your own spice mix. You probably got all the ingredients at home anyway. Well, let's run down the list. You got red pepper?
Yeah.
Check. Black pepper?
Yeah.
Check. Onion powder?
Yeah.
Garlic powder?
Yeah.
Salt?
Yeah. Oh my
Guess what you got? Guess what? What a coinky dink. You got your own spice. You got your own Lawry's. You just never put it together, right? And so because I need another bowl. All right. All right. So I'm going to, and another trick. I like to use kosher salt. Here's the reason why. I can see them. You can see it. You can see it. So I'm gonna make a spice blend real quick. Now, in kosher, when it comes to salt, Diamond Crystal is gonna make a bigger flake than the other brand that comes in a blue box. So in goes.
Is it saltier?
No, they're both equally as salty. It's just a matter of how well does it flake and how well can you see it.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
Because some of us that are watching this are probably going to say, this is what they're going to say. Now, you tell me what your response is. He didn't clean the chicken.
I'm so glad you asked. I was waiting. All right, so one of the reasons that we as a people started to, for lack of better words, when we get chickens, we would basically rinse them because we had this fear of this thing called salmonella. Right?
Right.
Okay, so this oil is 350 degrees. Do you know where most salmonella occurs? Where is it? Anybody know?
200, 170.
It's on the skin. It's on the outside of the chicken.
So you fry it.
So what is water gonna do that 350 ain't gonna do? Fair enough. Like,
I told y'all.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And it's culturally speaking, because I happen to know a cook, and we almost fought over this. Culturally speaking, depends on where you're from. It's something that they just do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at that. If that's what you've been doing, by all means, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Don't let me stop you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop you. But it's not necessary. We did it because we couldn't get the good chickens, and it believes the chickens are running around and they catch them and they cook them. So I ain't chasing no chickens today.
You said you was sitting outside your window.
Look,
You said you was sitting outside your
yeah, well, they
window.
were singing. What you saying now? Not no more. So we got that, and I'm also going to get you some ancho chili in here, just because I like it. And now we have our own, guess what?
Seasoned salt.
Now we got our own seasoning salt, and that's my blend. All right, I'm gonna make y'all get some. Make sure y'all get some. All right, and so here's another thing. Make sure you put salt on the chicken. Please, please, and please, oh please. I just need a little bit of that back, just a little bit. You can put it in one of those little containers. Appreciate it. All right, all right, all right. So I'm gonna get this mixed up, and then I'm gonna let them sit. When I grew up in a house in Inglewood, only two people in the house got this piece of chicken. Yeah, it was a big piece. You better not touch that. You have better not touch that chicken breast. I don't need you. I don't need you. And now I can get rid of y'all because we're done with all of the chicken stuff. Now it's time for me to get down. He can get. No. In case you didn't hear it, doctor said we didn't get down yet. All right, so I'm also gonna hit them off with some buttermilk. All right, I'm gonna mess y'all up. I'm gonna mess up your chicken theology here. All right. What you think I'm about to do?
I don't know. You about to mess up our chicken theology?
Chicken theology.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
All right.
Now, what did you just put
I just put in a little Caribbean rum.
Could that have been anything high proof?
It could have been anything high proof, but I'm going for some very, very specific flavors
How
here.
much did you put in that? Just a little
You can smell it.
Oh, I do smell it.
Now for my spices. I don't need you.
Chilè.
From Chile. I don't want to touch that. Can you open that? You be so kind. Open them, smell them, tell me what you think, and give me the one that you think smells the best. Fair? All right. Ooh. So, did you taste anything, Fee, with the Merkin spices?
Yes.
And tell me about it.
It was delicious. I couldn't tell you what it was. It was kind of, oh gosh, what was it? It was steak. It was a steak that had some spicy lemons and some
Merkin. That sounds like a Merkin.
I think it was working with garlic.
Merkin. Is this working for me? Nope, I gotta do it the old school way. I tried.
It's similar, but
Oh,
different.
she said the same thing.
I like this one.
I don't like none of them. Everybody else said they
Which
like
is funny because you travel the world and eat. You travel the world like you've been everywhere.
It's very like smoked paprika.
Yeah, that's the one I want. Give me that one.
I like the opposite. I don't like smoked paprika.
You don't like smoke? What? You don't like smoky stuff?
Unless
Ooh.
it's just like real smoke.
Unless it's what?
Like, you know, smoked on a grill. But like smoked paprika, not my vibe.
I'm sorry. 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 Womp.
What are you doing, Chef?
So what I'm doing now is I'm slicing my tomatoes, getting them ready. I'm gonna quickly fry my get my little potatoes ready to go. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna switch gears.
Speaking of potatoes, YouTube, Mina says, Chef, a friend of mine got first degree burn from stirring mashed potatoes. So, how do I maintain my ingredients without splashing them everywhere?
Ooh.
She threw it, somebody threw it on them.
Ooh, that's tough. A first degree burn from stirring mashed potatoes. I know what happened. I can tell you exactly what happened. Her friend she put the mashed potatoes in, the potatoes were done, but she poured in the milk and she put in the butter and then she went in to move it. And what happened was the potatoes moved. The potatoes didn't move, but the liquid did. And ba-da. So how do you do that? Careful, butterfly, careful.
Slow.
Yeah, go, yeah.
homie.
She gave the musical reference and I didn't even have to. So yeah, pump your brakes, please pump your brakes. Pump your brakes, homie, pump your brakes. You don't have to go so fast. All right, so what I'm trying to do is get these down to chip thickness.
Because we're making chips.
Because we're making chips.
So where'd you get this little
Yeah, I'm
cabbage?
like, I want to think of a Bob.
This is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite things. This is Japanese mandolin. And so they have French mandolins, but you know.
Where'd you buy it? Tell us.
I don't remember where I bought it. I've had this
Now
for.
you supposed to put the link in your
I've had this for. I will when they pay me. I'm gonna tell you it's a Japanese mandolin. I'm not giving any brand specifics until they give me some money. I'll take money. No, I'm just kidding. Halfway. All right, but be very, very careful. All right, because this will take your fingers off.
Can you adjust the thickness
Absolutely. You see this little nodule down here?
at the bottom?
And that is how I adjust the thickness.
Okay.
But I want you to notice something. Notice the two potatoes. You notice one is more starchy than the other one? You see that?
It's more starchy.
One is more starchy. You notice how moist it is? Moist.
Oh, yeah, I see.
One is more starchy than the other one.
Why is that?
Because the starch content on these yellow potatoes. Ooh, you get back. I thought what you tried to do. You tried to sabotage me. But I know better.
I want to talk about those fried green tomatoes for a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
What mixture are you going to cook those in?
I'm so glad you asked. That's an excellent question. So those are going to get breaded. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dredge them after I put the buttermilk on them, buttermilk and a little bit of hot sauce. A little bit of hot sauce and some spices that we just made. Did you give me my spices back? I just need one. Yep. And then we're going to coat them and into the fryer they go. And I think we need about maybe what, 2 more?
Michael Harris on Facebook says,
What up, bro?
Chef? going to do this show for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and he just started another show himself.
Woohoo, give it up for him.
Woo! All right, that looks like, no, we need more potato chips because these potato chips are going to go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, I'm going to also show you something else. In making potato chips, these are Yukon Gold potatoes, so they're going to have a lot of liquid. They're going to be a lot of very, more sugar than a regular Idaho potato. All right? Boom, 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 boom. So I'm going to use a little trick, use some little technology on me, or for it. Another bowl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss them real quick. Toss them real quick with cornstarch. I know you're like, what?
Is that to dry them out?
Yep. So what it's going to do is it's basically going to create a coating on the outside of them. So I'm going to coat these with cornstarch real quick.
So you could do that like if you were making fries from like Idaho potatoes.
If you're making fries from Idaho potatoes, you don't need it.
Don't use it.
Yeah, you don't need it.
So this is.
So
this
if
is
you're making
that.
fries from Idaho potatoes, what you're going to do is you're going to fry them twice. So you're going to do them a quick fry at first. Say less.
Let's see how much cornstarch we need.
Just a little. Little dab will do you. I'm so glad you asked. You shouldn't have asked. Because you already know what's about to happen.
I've never made potato chips before.
Me either.
So put them in a deep fryer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got them on the first fry. We have them on the first fry.
Nice. Let's see them.
And then, we'll bring this over here. They're done already? No, they're not done. We got them on the first fry. Right?
Nice.
So we'll let them
Okay.
cool off and we're going to put them back in.
One more time.
First fry is going to take about 20 seconds. 2 minutes.
At what temperature?
Oh, we're at 360. All right.
I think the temperature thing is what's always kept me away from frying chicken. So what's like the best temperature?
So somewhere between 350 and 375. You don't want to get any hotter than that.
Okay, but tell me this: if I don't have a thermometer in my home, how would I determine if the grease is hot?
Here you go.
I said if I don't, this is gonna be way
All right.
more.
So if you don't have a thermometer at home, the only way to test if the fryer is hot enough is to actually put a piece of chicken in it.
Oh.
Don't do water.
That's what I
Don't do water.
Also, a little trick my daughter told me: take a wooden spoon and put the handle in and see how it sizzles around it.
The best advice I can give you is take a piece of whatever you're about to cook and put it in there.
So you might mess up your first piece.
Right.
No, you don't have to be a whole piece.
Put a chicken tip in there?
Just cut a piece of chicken.
Now we gotta cut the chicken again?
Or just use a little piece of the cut chicken that you already cut.
Okay.
All right, we got that. And
Now, would you deep fry those fried green tomatoes?
absolutely.
Okay. If ever given the choice, deep frying is the way to go.
That's
You're gonna
the
fry
best.
something.
That's the best way to cook these particular things, unless you're about to make some chow chow, which I'm not.
My
I'm
mama's
not
not
from South.
gonna say that, but okay.
I'm not from South Carolina or whatever.
I don't even know what chow chow
Mississippi.
is.
They make Mississippi chow chow. I mean, chow chow.
No, I'm just saying she's not gonna say a deep fry is the best way to go.
Oh, what would she do?
Skillet.
Ah,
That wrought iron skillet you got over there.
and back in they go. And so you got to make sure that you separate them, move them around. And we're going to have a little nice little crispy chips. And now it's time to smother some stuff.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Is there a standard time to allow the grease to get hot?
It really depends on the pan that you're using. Too hot.
That's too hot right now?
That one is.
And tell them why they don't wanna put in there too hot, Ken.
Because what will happen is you'll burn the outside before you cook the inside. We don't want that problem.
No, we don't.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these in here with my buttermilk and my spices.
What are you gonna? You're gonna use the same spice mixture from the chicken?
Yep. But this time I'm gonna add a little bit of hot sauce. Where'd the hot sauce go? I lost it. He lost it. Hey, we get that off. Hot sauce, thank you. You ever done this? You ever done this trick?
I have not. I meant you said it's
Yeah, I've done that.
There's a lot in here, but it won't be a lot when they're done.
So what does the hot sauce do for the tomatoes?
One is going to add salt. Two is going to add the spice. It's going to add a little bit of heat to it. But it won't be so much that you won't be able to stand it.
Do you have a hot sauce preference?
I do not have a hot sauce preference other than the one I make. When I make it.
How
All
does
right.
one make hot sauce? What do you do? Is it just hot peppers?
vinegar, cayenne pepper.
Hot sauce is basically vinegar, peppers, a lot of peppers, and oil. Or sorry, not oil.
You let it sit? How do you?
What I do is I cook the peppers first.
Like
I like to
cook
roast my-
cayenne peppers.
I like to roast my peppers first.
Okay.
Okay, chips are ready. Let's try now.
Chips up. Woo! Chips are up. Sit those right there. Can I get some sauces? Little sauces for them. All right. Spices right here. All right. And now I need some oil. A little white tea.
He's gonna be gone before the sausage gets.
Right, pass it back. We didn't let them on that. We was playing fair.
Right.
We was being nice.
All right. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, perfect.
They are very perfect.
Because I normally don't even like homemade chips. You would.
All right.
Good is good.
Flour.
Sharing is caring.
All right, and my thighs. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm about to dredge my thighs.
Your thighs.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, mercy.
So does the type of flour matter?
Yes, excellent question. Right now I'm using all-purpose. You do not want to use bread flour. Don't use bread flour.
And you don't want to use all-purpose? So
You use all-purpose.
Right.
Use all-purpose. You can even use pastry flour. Don't use cake flour.
So let me ask you a question. I do the eggs with my chicken. Does that matter?
It does matter. Eggs are going to add moisture. Eggs are also going to add fat. So the reason why I'm not using either one of those, and you'll see why in a minute, is because I want to maintain the crisp, not necessarily the crunch. Does that make sense?
I understand.
So it depends on what you're going for. Are you going for more crispy? Are you going for more crunchy? And so because I like more crispy, so here's the thing: if I just take the chicken, right, and I put it in this flour, that is called dredging. That is not breading. So dredge, I'm just going to lightly coat it with this flour mixture, and I'm going to toss it, and then in it goes.
Okay, so you're not, what are you doing? You're dredging?
I'm dredging.
Okay.
So you just putting the flour on there.
So this is dredge. So so it's already been brining it's already been brining, so it's moist, right? And so now all I'm going to do is put it into flour to make sure that it is dredged. I think
And
I'm
why
gonna
is
cut.
that different than coating?
Dredging is a form of coating.
Okay.
Now, you can do this and make sure you get the shake off, and here we go.
And we can do this in a bowl or in a grocery bag like
You
our
can do it.
grandparents did.
Or like the brown bag.
I got my grocery bag.
And there's a certain way you're supposed to place it.
I'm about to get into that one right now. Yes.
You don't want nobody hurting.
When you place it into the skillet, just like when I was a young person and we didn't have a bunch of money to buy a bunch of stuff, we put stuff on what? Layaway.
And can you show them how much oil you actually use in the skillet?
All right. So because I'm only pan frying this, I'm going to lay. Notice how I'm going to go with the skinniest part to the biggest part. I'm going to lay away.
You're gonna lay
Lay it away. Lay it away from you. And the reason why you lay it away from you is because if any of the grease pops, it's going to pop towards the wall, not towards you. And because we are pan frying, I don't want a skillet full of grease.
Right, it looks very shallow
So you don't need as much grease as most people think that you need.
to fry chicken. So you're not deep frying it,
Because
right?
I'm not deep frying it. In this case, I'm pan frying. So what's going to happen is this. The oil is going to come up about 3/4 of the way. This is the one that's going to get smothered. Once I get my brownie, I'm going to flip it over.
And so how long was that? You said that was about 5 minutes?
That wasn't even 5 minutes. And right now you are at 200 degrees, a little over 200. All right, and so I'm going to let that do its thing for another 10 minutes on that side. All right? Now, excuse me. Now it's time for these little puppies. Ready for this trick?
We're ready. We're ready.
All right, so what I'm about to do now is I'm going to coat these, but I'm going to take a little bit of my dredge, and I'm going to coat my wings with it.
Now here's a question. What about seasoning? Can I do too much?
You can't use too much. Too much means, well, when I say too much, it means that it basically means that you don't want it to burn.
Okay.
Seasoning will make food burn.
If it's got too much paprika or pepper in it. So what I did was I took a little bit of my flour and I coated my wings. Because what that is going to do is give me a little bit of crunchy crispy.
Yeah, how do you know when you over season something though? Like, how do you know the perfect amount of seasoning to put on something? So where it's not overbearing and it's not under.
How does one know? That's where that is another reason why a lot of people stick with their Laris, because they know it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I like to stick with kosher because I can see it. Can't really see Laris like that. All right, and now in we go.
We toss these in the deep fryer. Right.
And is that frying at the same temperature as the smothered chicken?
Yes, well so you think about that is this temperature is not regulated. And so that's another reason why I like to go with the nice electronic device. Because I have to keep turning that up and down based on what's happening. All right? And what I'm about to do with this one is going to mess you up.
What?
When I smother it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that same flour. Shoot any more? Go by right. Oh wait, y'all said y'all want these tips, right?
One of them on our wings, but yeah. We want them.
There we go. In they go. So I don't need that anymore. And now it's time to get these puppies done.
Right. Okay, so we'll be tossing them in the leftover chicken flour?
So no chicken was used.
Okay, just regular flour.
And guess what? It's all going in there anyway. I need a
That what you're putting the tomatoes in is not what you put the chicken in, right?
yes.
It is?
Watch.
No, I'm asking, is that safe to do?
It is because they're all about to get cooked.
Okay.
If I were not, then I wouldn't do it. That would be called cross-contamination.
Right.
But because they're all about to go together, literally within seconds, it's okay. I just want to show you a few of these. There we go, there we go, there we go. And I'm gonna let my trusty assistant, excuse me.
See, y'all got quiet in here because we all started getting hungry and smelling.
It smells good in here. The people on YouTube can't smell it. It smells good in here.
You can finish them over there, please. All right, all right, all right. The wings are starting to get happy. My chicken is starting to get happy. I'm gonna take you out so that I can get you ready for smothering. Turn that down, simmer down, simmer down. I got flour fingers, I'm used to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this flour out. Take some of this flour out so that I can get my onions ready to go in.
All right, you're 751.
And I'm going to use sweet onion for this.
What type of knife you using?
This is a global.
Global.
This is a global 10-inch
All right.
that I've had for a minute. Take the skin off. Woo-hoo. Get back over there. Move some of this stuff out the way so people can see. One more time. Can you see better now? So all of these are going in here. And then we're going to deglaze with a little bit more oil.
Are we
Deglaze.
deglaze?
Now I'm going to deglaze with some.
Should y'all be deglazed?
Can you tell
So when I cooked the chicken, I ended up with brown bits in the bottom of the pan.
Okay.
Right? So what I need to do now is I want to get those brown bits off the bottom of the pan so that they can help our gravy do what it's got to do. Right? So now I'm going to deglaze, get that off with a little bit of. You don't have to use liquor. I'm going to go with Uncle Nearest again.
Uncle Nearest,
Hello,
black
Uncle
on
Nearest.
brand.
Uncle.
And so that helps to deglaze so the parts don't get stuck to the onion.
There we go. We got that going. And now I'm going to add in some of my dredging flour. Thank you. Add in some of my dredging flour and chicken stock. Dredging flour, chicken stock, and spices, and into the oven it goes to finish.
And how long should that go in the oven?
It's going to be in the oven for another 15 minutes.
On what temp?
My oven is right now is on 425.
Chef Lovely Rosetta on Facebook said, how do you feel about gas versus electric stoves?
How do I feel? I like gas. Gas me up.
Okay, we saw some chicken in there.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is cut that chicken so that he can do what he's got to do. All right. Come look. Here's a trick for you. If you don't know,
Now you know.
now you'll know. What are they doing?
They're floating.
Ta-da!
That's how you know when chicken is ready.
That's a pretty good indicator. That's a pretty good indicator of when it's ready to go. It floats. Here's the reason why. All we're doing is we're playing with the water activity. All right, all we're doing is playing with the we're playing with the water activity. And so once I have basically got the water activity inside of the marrow to basically come out. So grease itself doesn't bubble. But once I have moisture, that's what makes the bubbles. Does that make sense?
That does. There. Right. That makes a lot of sense.
And out you go.
Are we ready to eat that?
No, we gotta
We
gotta wait for them.
You might not
I
want
like
us
we should have got some appetizers.
And now in we go with our green tomatoes.
Fried green tomatoes, everybody.
So those will float when they're done as well.
Those will float when they're done as well. Don't want to overcrowd my fryer. All right, and this just needs a little bit more seasoning.
What seasoning we put on there? Your mix, right?
My mix.
Nice.
You cutting up that chicken to make it breathe?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that chicken. I'm gonna cut that one up so we can get one more. Cut it more. I have one. Excuse me.
Is that middle skillet, is it heated right? What are you doing to that? Yeah.
This
I
one
can't
is on.
see it.
Yeah, it's on.
I thought you said you were putting that in the oven.
Yeah, it's about to. I'm gonna put this whole pan in the oven.
Okay. So why are you preheating it now?
Because what I want to do is I want to make sure that I want to make sure that my gravy is gravying.
Come on, Gravy.
I want to make sure that my gravy is gravying.
That's
And it
right.
is.
You heard
And
him.
it is.
It is gravy.
I want to make sure that my gravy is doing what it's got to do. I'm going to flip that over, make sure that everything is nice and coated. All right.
All right, so we flipped it over, and we get ready
And now it's
put
about
it
to go
in
into the oven. Yep.
And this is our smothered chicken that we're making, right?
I'm going to go throw some peppers in it.
What kind of peppers? Spicy peppers or just peppers?
Spicy. A
Okay.
little bit of kick. And into the oven we go with that. Watch it hot.
Talk about you did.
You had said that.
He had said that.
Cause you see it.
All right, so I need you. Yes, I still need you. Coat these, please. My tomatoes are looking happy.
They looking happy.
That chicken is looking
Looking
happy
happy.
too.
It's making me
That
happy.
chicken looking real happy, ain't it, Mercy?
Okay.
All right, get that out the way. I'm gonna need this. I need another bowl.
Chef, where do you want to keep outside? Hold on.
All right.
All right. What these fried green tomatoes looking like? They didn't
They
take
look
but
pretty
how
good.
long did they take? 2 minutes?
Not even. They don't take long at all.
Okay.
Where do you want me to sit?
Once this comes out, then it'll
Okay,
go
we're
right
done
in.
in a minute. Okay.
Yep. All right, all right, all right. I can move this out the way so that I can get to, excuse me.
Dessert time.
Yep.
All right. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Don't forget our cabbage.
We did have that too.
Don't forget the cabbage. That's a slot, so that don't take long at all.
Oh, okay.
All right, all right, all right. Need a pineapple? I need that cut. Can you grab those cutting boards and cut that smaller? Thank you. Pineapple. Hey.
Nice. Slicing it
Fresh
up.
pineapple. Okay, okay.
All right. What else did he do?
There you go. There you
Tell me what
go.
chef can.
No, what else?
And what kind of knife we using?
This is my Kai Pro.
Okay.
It was given to me when I was a presenter at the House Square show,
Uh-huh.
which is coming up.
Hey.
Oh, let's go.
No, just those. Yep. Yep.
So we done cut this pineapple up. We slice it in
Do anybody,
half.
any of y'all eat the pineapple rind?
The
Not
rind.
I've
Like
seen
the,
people
the
do it.
prickly part?
The part in the middle.
Where? Who you see do that?
I've seen it. I've seen it.
I think you lying.
I wouldn't lie to you.
On TikTok, eat it, but
I'm
you
gonna-
ain't nobody in real life eat it.
That's why they banned in TikTok.
Oh, wow.
do that.
The rind? The ear raw.
Use the
Yeah.
water.
He did it slice it quick. I wanted to see a close up of that.
You want to see the close
Give
up of
him a
what?
close up. You
Somebody eating a rind?
Apple.
No,
No.
we eat no rind.
I know,
Okay,
I'm
that's
not.
Wait, is that butter we put?
That is
Okay.
butter.
What are we making?
So right now I'm going to caramelize I gotta caramelize the pineapple before I put the cake mix in.
Alright, so we put 2 big slices of butter.
I'm gonna
We
put
got
2
some
big slices of
pineapple
butter.
slices. We got some sugar. What else we put in there?
Of course I got some sugar. So we got that. I'm gonna put a thing of pineapple in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna coat the whole bottom of the pan with pineapple.
Okay.
You don't need us to taste the pineapple?
Right. You wanna make some
Right.
Absolutely.
You gotta know if it's sweet.
Do we need to make pina coladas first?
Oh, pina colada. I hate pineapple. I'm just kidding. Absolutely, you have to taste the pineapple.
It's sweet.
It is very sweet. I don't want no problems with y'all, so make sure y'all get some pineapple to taste.
So, chef, tell us, how do you pick the pineapple?
That's a good question.
Ooh. If you're not gonna go through smelling them, you should do it by look.
If we smell them, what should they smell like?
Pineapple.
As opposed to
As opposed to not
As opposed to
pineapple.
orange? Okay.
It should smell like a pineapple as opposed to not smelling like a pineapple. If you don't smell it.
right.
But you also gotta keep in mind what season you're in.
So when is pineapple season?
Pineapple season actually starts right about now.
That's good.
Yeah, it starts right about now.
So we're right on the cusp.
All right, let's go in with them young chickens.
I agree with you, bro.
You agree with this pineapple? You agree with that statement?
Yes, they're ready.
So my pineapple is getting caramelized.
And you just put butter in there. Butter.
Just butter. You tasted them, right? They're sweet enough, right?
Yeah.
Y'all want some?
Very good.
Nah, we want some of them.
They'll be up shortly, I promise you. All right, and now I need a couple of eggs.
Because we're making the pineapple upside down cake.
We're making the
Skillet
pineapple
cake.
upside down-ish.
But it's going to be made in that skillet, correct?
Mhm.
You're just going to pour batter over into that?
Yep, you
All right,
already
so how
know.
many eggs do we toss in there?
I'm going in with 3.
All right. We got 3 eggs, y'all.
Got 3 eggs. We're gonna go with
And it made a
some
smiley
seasoning
face. Oh, that's cute. Shout out to the
and some
live.
brown sugar.
Okay, smile for us.
And some brown sugar.
Brown sugar. Okay.
I'm gonna go with about that much.
All right, all right. Looks like half a cup-ish. Okay,
Yep.
that much.
No, it's about a half a cup. About a half a cup-ish. I need the I need that. Some self-rising flour. There's actually a bag.
Okay, so self-rising flour, not the all-purpose flour.
Not the all-purpose flour. Here's the reason why. When I'm using, if you're using self-rising flour, you don't have to measure out any of the leavening agents,
Okay.
aka baking powder, baking soda. That's a trick, right? Bag up top, to your right. I'm gonna go with a little cream, 1, 2, 3,
Cream.
and I'm gonna go with buttermilk, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
You know how my grandma used to make buttermilk?
Put lemon in it, or did she use vinegar?
It was just some spoiled milk, and she shake it up and be like, now it's buttermilk.
Is that surprising?
All purpose.
All right, I'll crack
I'll
this
open
one.
it for you since I put my gloves on.
Thank you. And I'm only gonna need about a cup of this. Yes, I do measure something. Break your eye.
So how much you can put in there?
I'm going to put a cup.
All right.
Let me ask you this. You're whisking that, right?
So what I'm going to do is whisk it a little bit.
So if I didn't have a whiskey at home and I just had like a mix.
We got the stuff at home.
Oh, okay.
I was asking for the people.
Oh, for the people. I'm like, what people? They use a fork.
I was just asking for the people.
Some people got a hand beater. They got a beater.
They ain't got nothing at home.
Ooh,
Like, get them
They definitely can't buy no chicken and
I will post my GoFundMe link.
Good
Y'all want me to
man.
have a full kitchen? Okay. Check in the show. After the show, we'll post the link.
All right, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm basically going. Oh, I need some cinnamon.
All right, we put cinnamon in it?
Yep, the Lord caught me. He said, "You need cinnamon, brother."
You do. Okay.
Oh Jesus. And coriander.
And coriander?
Yep.
All right.
One of my favorite spices.
I have never used mine.
I haven't either, but
I
I
have
do love right, see?
Well, we got a spice rack at the end. You know that? You know that? The skins?
I'm aware. I have seen that.
So
And
now
I
we know what to do with our coriander.
There
We're
you
going to make
go.
a pineapple upside down.
There you go.
Yes.
Is coriander like the seed of something?
Yes.
I guess a coriander plant.
No.
Wild guess.
Wild guess. There we go. And now into the
Okay,
oven
let's
we
see
go
what
with
this looks like.
that. Looks like that. It's already starting to cook. You guys see it? It's
Yeah.
already starting to do its ish
And we tossing it in the oven.
in the oven.
And the oven is on what?
400.
400. 400 degrees. All right, juvenile.
All right, there we go. And that chicken is happy. That chicken is happy. Pineapples are happy. Last but not least,
The slaw. Are we
The slaw.
slawing it?
yep.
I guess
Right.
so.
get this out the way.
He didn't tell us about this.
Now, you don't recommend that the average Joe try to cook all this stuff at one time.
No, God, no. No.
This is a chef.
God, no. I'm just having fun. Hope y'all don't mind.
This is for fun.
Yeah, all right. I need my cutting board now. Cut this cabbage up.
And do you prefer a wood cutting board?
Absolutely. I don't mess with nothing that's not wood. Here's the reason why.
Tell us why.
One, wood is natural. Two, wood is very forgiving on the knives. Three is antibacterial.
Oh, I was thinking microplastics, but yeah.
Mm,
You know.
I don't really care for microplastics, oddly enough.
Yeah.
But I use it for certain things. Like I use it to cut the chicken on a smaller cutting board.
Okay.
I use that one. All right, and cabbage.
All right.
Because he said he promised.
He did.
You know,
All right.
you eat
No,
You don't eat coleslaw.
Are you about to make?
I'm not making coleslaw.
This is just
No,
a
no, no.
slaw.
This is just a slaw.
What's
Not
the
just Arab, but I eat.
What's the difference
hair
in
of
coleslaw?
No, this is the one in the little cup. No.
So coleslaw is a very specific recipe made by somebody named Cole. And so it is a very specific thing with coleslaw. Coleslaw is going to have very specific ingredients. Once you vary those ingredients, it is no longer coleslaw. For example, once I switch to a different cabbage, it's no longer
So
coleslaw.
it's Kenslaw.
It's kinslaw.
Okay.
But so again though, is this gonna be mayo based or is it gonna be like a vinegary?
So, based on the amount of fat we have, I'm going to go with the vinegary one.
Okay.
So another question, how do we not slice our fingers off?
As Alan Iris would say, practice.
Practice?
We're talking about practice.
I'm talking about
We're
practice.
talking about practice.
Malarkey. I'm talking about practice.
That is a Joseph Adamak word.
Oh, let us see those. Let us see these wings.
Did you really just do that?
I did, because it was.
A Beasley bee?
It was.
She's a Beasley bee like me, and she just pulled out a Joseph Adamak, who was probably.
We're not Beasley Bees. We don't get
That's
it.
fine. So, did you have in any of your schooling? Did you ever have a teacher that was very, very proper, very, very prim, and very, very proper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine him or her saying that.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yes, I mean, but man, we had some of the baddest teachers. Like I never even heard of Louis Vuitton until Miss Franklin. You remember that?
I never saw a teacher chain smoke in a room.
In the 80s, yeah, we had all of that murderous stuff, chain smoking in a room.
We didn't do all that at Disney Magnet School, Walt Disney Magnet
Seriously,
School.
chain smoke in a room.
We would go out to like gym, we would come back, you could see the smoke in the air. For sure.
Yes, in a room.
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so she talks like this. But I will tell you this, she was a gangster because she taught us current events. Like we had to do, we remember you had to grab the paper, you had to read local, national, and international news, current
And
events.
she taught us about inventors, like
Let's
the
talk
50
about,
black
let's
inventors.
not talk about the 80s.
All right, I'm sorry. That's right, we're far from that. Pineapples going in the slaw. Pineapples going in the slaw.
Excited.
Oh, is this some Hawaiian thing? What is this?
No, it's just pineapple slaw. I like pineapples. Yes, I happen to like pineapples.
Excited for this.
All right. And
And an orange?
zest. Little orange zest.
Oh, not just an orange.
The
Thank
zest.
you, Tamina.
It's gonna give us all the flavor we're looking for. And it's gonna give us some acid to cut down on.
The gluten?
No, there's no gluten in here. There's no gluten in here.
Oh.
What happens if you accidentally get some of the white part in there?
Nothing.
To make it better or something?
It's going to be bitter, but I'm not. So you notice how much it took off? Because of the zester that I'm using, I can't get too much off. I know that sounds silly, but.
So for the people watching, that's not carrots.
No.
That color is going to be
Zest.
Yeah.
not care.
This is a blood orange. This is a blood orange or is it a
So
car
it's
car?
okay to be zesty as long as it's from an orange.
Yes, here's a trick. Use a zester to catch the seeds.
Oh.
Clever.
Okay.
Why a blood orange as opposed to a regular orange?
That's just happen to be what I have.
Okay.
I happen to have some
Right.
caras too.
About that.
I don't discriminate. I happen to have cara oranges as well.
I'm not fancy.
Orange is
You know
your
what that
thing.
is.
So.
Orange is my thing, so there we go. That part.
Right, it is.
All right. And
I don't have a zester, and I have
do you have
I
a?
have plenty of stuff, but I have a cheese grater.
You got a cheese grater. Cheese grater.
It looks like the same thing.
I would use the small end, but not the grating part, because that's a.
Okay.
This is
But
hard to clean.
It looks interchangeable, so yeah.
Yeah. I don't use my
To me, it just whispered in my ear, we're not buying a zester.
All right.
Girl.
Chili oil and vinegar. I have a cabinet full of vinegars.
Let's see what's your favorite kind of vinegar. Chef's favorite.
Today, we're going to go with. Yeah, why not?
Alright, let's go.
Strawberry.
Strawberry vinegar?
We're going to go with the strawberry balsamic.
Let's see it. What brand
We're going
is
to go with some chili oil, because we got to have oil.
Right.
Chili oil and.
Vinegar. Strawberry vinegar.
Oh, you know what, Chef? I have a question while you're doing that.
Yes, ma'am.
I've heard many different answers to this question. What is the best type of oil to use when frying chicken? Is it
I'm so glad you asked. Go ahead, give me your options first.
Well, somebody told me it was peanut, and I've never, ever used peanut oil, so I could not speak to that.
Peanut oil is very, very expensive.
Okay. But does that mean it's not the best?
It does not mean it's just very expensive.
Okay. So what's the best?
And it works.
What did you use today?
Today I use vegetable oil and canola oil.
You use the mix?
I use the mix.
Okay.
I feel like peanut oil would be good if you're doing like an Asian style.
Peanut oil will be good if you're doing really, really long cooking. Oh, there we go.
What do you mean
We're
long
happy.
cooking?
Meaning, for example, people use peanut oil like they're frying turkeys.
Okay.
Turkeys have to fry for 40 odd minutes
Okay.
over direct flame, so they don't want that to catch fire. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So canola and vegetables.
Canola, vegetable, corn oil. Corn oil is pretty expensive too, because it's one particular thing.
But tell them why olive oil is not a good choice.
Olive oil is not a good choice because it does not have a very good smoke. It does not have a very high smoke point.
And that means what?
That means
It's gonna smoke up before you get
it's going to smoke up. It's going to smoke up and possibly flame up and break down before you get a chance to use it.
Okay.
All right, and slaw is done, and I think we're ready to start plating up, shall we?
What?
All right. Let's start moving this stuff out the way. Slap them in the oven too.
The same.
Move this out the way. It's time to start plating up.
You gotta give y'all one of the pecan sauce.
Right.
I was gonna tell you to
See
pick
it.
that up. See what was going on.
See it.
Trying to get this out the way and start plating up.
Chicken breast.
I could fry some more tomatoes. Not a problem. I just want to know how my cake is looking.
We do too.
Everybody does.
We do too. We all wanna know.
Yeah.
No, I'll stay right there. So you get to stay in there, all right?
That's so
Green
good.
tomatoes.
Not gonna lie. All right, then we got our fried green tomatoes coming out. Oh my. Deep fried, then tossed in the oven.
Thank you. Are these ready to go? Just about. Thank you. Catch your neck. And my slaw.
Pineapple slaw. I'm so excited to try it.
And then these last little bits of chicken.
Last little piece of chicken out the deep fryer. Ooh, oh, that's
I'm going to drop this last one in.
Y'all want to say grace right now?
Yes.
Guys, let's thank for our food.
So we're gonna transition. We're gonna transition you guys over to the big table where we're gonna finish these off with condiments and all of that good stuff. All right. If you wanna take any hero shots,
Before we go.
if you wanna take any hero shots of this. Oh, hero shots. If you wanna take a picture of these. I was going to put some cheese, but I know somebody has a cheese. 2, 3. So we got 3 different kinds of fried chicken. We have our cabbage slaw. We have our pineapple balsamic slaw. We have our fried green tomatoes, and we have buttermilk, and then we also have our Uncle Nearest wings.
Nice. Which one are the Uncle Nears on this side?
The wings. The wings are over here.
Perfect.
And I believe these are the ones that were made with the rum. So we got rum fried chicken. Are you still going with that? It's worth it. I think it's worth it because we got a lesson in. She knows how to make the fried chicken, and she knows how to cut a chicken. Hopefully you guys will get inspired. Hopefully you get inspired. Please, by all means, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. YouTube is Kenspiration Kitchen. Instagram is Shy Chef Ken. Facebook is Chef Ken L. Polk. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Tell them you want to get inspired. You know where to find us. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. So this is after party time. You guys can make your way over here.